What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into DC vs. Vampires issue number 12. This will be the final issue. This is going to be bringing this story arc to a close, with Green Arrow leading humanity's final charge from the blood mines of Smallville, all the way to Supergirl's mission to get off-world. And then we have Batgirl along with Spoiler and Harley Quinn. They are going for the heart. They are going for King Nightwing. This is a battle to save all of humanity. It all comes down to Barbara Gordon. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you like this video. And with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, before we dive into this one, I do want to throw out a quick thing saying make sure you check out my other videos, Action Comics 1050 and John Stewart Emerald Knight. DC Comics put out some great stuff today, so be sure to go check those out. When it comes to DC vs. Vampires, we are jumped right into the fray. The Battle of Gotham is currently ongoing. The first one taken off the board almost immediately is Duke. He is sacrificing himself so that Barbara Gordon, Harley Quinn, and Spoiler, they can make it to Dick Grayson. As they try to make their getaway, that is where they are intercepted by none other than Wonder Woman. Now, one of the generals in the vampire army, she is letting Barbara Gordon know that the Highness would like to see her. That is what takes us over to Australia. They had attempted to get Supergirl up into space, to get her past the clouds and get all of those sun rays. The only problem, Martian Manhunter, he found out about their plan. The ship that she was on, it exploded, having Steel lying on the ground bloody and broken. That is where John Constantine comes into the picture. He has been astro projecting himself all over the place, trying to coordinate this battle. As John Constantine looks at Steel, letting him know that he is going to get help here soon, he looks up to the sky to see the ship that is destroyed. As it stands, they have no idea what the outcome is for Supergirl, but that is what takes us over to Smallville. The riot is in full effect. Green Arrow and Grifter side by side taking down vampires. But these guards, the main force, these are what is truly scary. What they have to fight against next, the commander of this prison, that is the vampiric Hawkman. As they fight for survival, we are taken to our vampire king, Barbara Gordon and Harley Quinn arriving with Wonder Woman, telling Diana that she can leave the room, with Harley Quinn and Barbara staying in here. This is where the conversation truly begins, with Dick Grayson asking right off the bat, "Did you come here to kill me?" And while Barbara doesn't say she came here to kill him, what she does say is she came here to stop him. More than anything, she wants an explanation. Why has this happened? Why have you become this person? How is it possible that the man that she loves could have done all of this? This is when Dick Grayson, he goes on this rant comparing eating human beings to being the same thing as eating cattle or chicken or anything of that nature, that we morally justify killing creatures to eat them, and he is doing the same thing. And of course, Barbara knows that this is just deflection. This is when Harley Quinn really starts to recognize that we came here for a reason, and it seems that Barbara may be going off that path. She wants so badly an explanation that she is not doing what needs to be done. Because what Dick Grayson is doing is trying to convince her to join him, admitting that he has done things wrong, but he needs her by his side, needs her conscience, her compassion, that together they can save everything. Even going as far as saying that everybody can coexist. but he needs her by his side. With Harley Quinn hearing enough, she jumps in to try and stake Dick Grayson. Jumping us all the way to Australia, we have the arrival of Mary Marvel along with Captain Cold. Now, for this plan to truly work, they needed Supergirl. That was the whole point of all of this. Captain Cold on the verge of turning into a vampire. Constantine goes ahead and he sends Mary Marvel looking for what remains of whatever Supergirl is, hoping that she might still be alive. We pick back up with Dick Grayson, grabbing hold of Harley Quinn, having her in his grasp, with Babs pulling out her wooden stake. Nightwing lets it be known that killing him isn't going to change things, that Clark or Diana, either one of them, are going to take his place if he falls. With him dropping Harley Quinn, he tries to get closer to Babs, asking what they do now. Is this the part where you kill me? That's when she starts to truly really break down, because she doesn't know what to do here. She knows what she should do, but this is the man that she loves unconditionally. The truth is, Dick Grayson ruined everything, took everything from her. Her father, Bruce, everyone she has ever cared about, the entire world. But she is also sick and tired of fighting. She is so tired of losing. This is where we see Nightwing preparing to bite Babs on the neck as tears run down her face. Jumping us over to Smallville, we have the battle in full effect. That is where Hawkman enters the scene, coming in for Green Arrow. Hawkman truly believes that he has the upper hand, because Green Arrow hit him with some arrows, but they didn't stop him. Not at first. But these arrows are made from Swamp Thing. And we see those arrows, they grow, they turn into vines, and they rip Hawkman apart. As we jump back over to Australia, Mary Marvel was able to find the body of Supergirl. By all appearances, it looks like she is dead. This is when Captain Cold lets it be known that he was lying, that this situation is all too big for him, that Weather Wizard, he could have done this job. The truth is, Captain Cold doesn't believe that he can. This is when Constantine says that they would have preferred to have Weather Wizard. The truth is, he died and they are stuck with Captain Cold. Regardless if he believes he can do this or not, he needs to attempt to, even if it is simply just his cold gun. This is the last hope for humanity. Humankind is about to die at the feet of Captain Cold. As he shoots that gun up into the air, we see the weather begin to change. There is a small break. We see the sunlight come in, and this gives the charge to Supergirl that she needed, with Martian Manhunter and Mary Marvel fighting against one another. That is where Supergirl comes in, using her vision and burning right through Martian Manhunter. Now having up a powered up Kryptonian, the tide of this battle, it looks to change. That is where we pick up with Babs and Dick Grayson, letting her know that she is dying and that she needs to drink his blood. At first she hesitates, but then we see Babs, she bites his wrist, telling Harley Quinn that he had finally given Babs what she truly wanted. But Babs says that she wants so much more, kissing Dick Grayson. Now they go to feast on Harley Quinn. At first, Harley tries to say that you can't do that, but Babs stops her, letting Dick Grayson go first. He bites into Harley Quinn, but what he didn't know is that biting Harley Quinn, that is an instant death for any vampire. With Wonder Woman and Gorilla Grodd coming into the room, finding the body of Ash that was Nightwing. And it looks like there might be a fight that is about to happen. But the hierarchy of vampires, when you kill the king, when you kill the queen, you take command, which means Babs is now queen of the vampires. She goes on to say that Dick Grayson, he had a weakness. That weakness was Barbara Gordon. She had the same weakness for him. They wanted to save each other, but when she knew that she couldn't save him, she was willing to sacrifice everything to stop him. He was not strong enough to do the same. Now that she is a vampire, now that she has shed away her weaknesses, she is not going to make the same mistake that he did. Their enemies, humankind, have almost fallen. What remains is a broken, ragtag crew of small resistance pockets. She says that she is going to lead the vampire race. With nobody left to challenge her authority, this war is over. That she was the last casualty. Because when she died, the last thing humanity had left to cling to died with her. That last thing was hope. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I have been pretty critical of this story, but I think with issue number 12, it landed pretty well. If we can look past the loopholes, the unbelievable aspects of some of these characters being able to be turned into vampires. Some of them being able to turn against their vampirism, if you will. Some of them having the willpower to work on the side against vampires. A lot of it doesn't really make sense, but for the sake of the story that they did, really closing it out, it's not bad. You know, Barbara Gordon turning into the Queen of Vampires. It's something that I really did suspect might happen, but I didn't know if they were actually going to do it. But this story is definitely left wide freaking open, with her now the Queen of Vampires, having Harley Quinn, the cure of vampire in her blood. Damian Wayne now going to have a new target, but also knowing that he is going to be an enemy of the state. But while Barbara Gordon, she does believe that she has taken away all hope of humanity, she didn't know everything that John Constantine was doing. She is unaware that the literal symbol of hope is still alive. That Supergirl has been able to reach the sunlight. There is a Kryptonian still alive, now charging up and preparing for the most epic of battles. That hope that Barbara Gordon believed that she snuffed out, it is still very much alive, and it is in Australia. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that happened with DC versus vampires, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is gonna get you completely caught up on everything that happened in this event. If you would like to support the channel, go ahead and check out the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers from $1 to $50. From loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel, but you are also getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.